Well, the inevitable question with all the changes that have gone on is, do they need a roster change? And I think the short answer is yes, but the long answer, and arguably the smart answer, is that's still to be determined. And if you think from a player standpoint, the changes that have gone on, starting with the new ownership, and you may say, well, how does that affect a player? Well, a player still thinks, how does that affect me? This isn't the owner that I started with the Ottawa Senators. Then the general manager changes, the general manager that drafted these players, that signed these players. Then the coach changes. What really hasn't happened is the full lineup hasn't been able to get on the ice. They had the unusual circumstance with centerman Shane Pinto early in the year. Ridley Gregg was hurt. On defense, they haven't had, since the Jacob Chicken trade, they haven't had any sustained period where their top four defensemen could be in the lineup at the same time to see what that looks like. And it's had a trickle-down effect on the entire lineup. The structure hasn't been as solid as it would be under a full lineup, so you really don't have an accurate assessment of the goaltenders as a tandem. When they acquired Joonas Korpisalo and you got a healthy Anton Forsberg back in the lineup, you'd say, okay, well, that's a pretty good goaltending tandem. They haven't been at the top of their game. But you could argue that without a full lineup, it's really hard to judge. So I think the smart thing to do here is to wait to get a healthy lineup. Shane Pinto's due back in January. You have a new interim coach in place, a new assistant behind the bench in Daniel Alfredson, Jacques Martin being the interim head coach. And you let Jacques Martin, whose claim to fame has been systems, discipline, and patience with a hockey club, let that kick in for a little bit, and then see what exactly this lineup looks like when it's healthy, when it's together, and when it has a chance to play under the new interim coach for a period of time.